What's up, you guys, and welcome back. Today we are talking about finances, budgeting, stretching your one income budget, or stretching your budget in general. You guys, I've been asked so many times throughout the years over here on YouTube if I will share budgeting and tips and things. I know there are a lot of resources out there for you guys on this subject. I wanted to share with you what works for me, what I do. If you guys are new and have never seen a video of mine, my name is Hayley from Chic Mama. I do all kinds of motherhood and lifestyle videos on this channel. Broad range of things, so I would love it if you guys would subscribe. I do like toddler activities, cooking, lifestyle videos as well. We are diving into the finances and like frugal living tips and things only because that is what so many have requested to hear from me. So I hope to give you some insight and hopefully, you know, you'll be inspired or learn a few things and get your finances under control. It's completely possible to stretch a small income, to stretch it. Even if you have a larger income, we are all on a budget, right? It's all relative. The very first thing I want to talk about is, you guys, you need to get comfortable with your numbers. When I was stressed financially or, you know, worried about income or paying my bills or being able to, the last thing I wanted to do was check my bank account. I didn't want to check my balance. I didn't want to know these things, even though it's like the most important thing is to know how much you're bringing in, how much you have in your account, are your bills going to be covered, and how much you pay for bills. So you've got to start getting comfortable with numbers. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a list of all of your bills. I like to separate mine into non-negotiables versus like those extras. Every single thing that comes out of your account every month, write it down. Write down how much it costs you. Now my non-negotiables, of course, we have, you know, mortgage, if you have rent, your car insurance, health insurance, your electric bill, and then, you know, all of your bills. I have an HOA fee every month. You know, whatever you're paying, that is a non-negotiable. It has to get paid no matter what. Write those down. Write how much it costs you. I always round up a little bit. So I round up to the nearest dollar or the nearest 5. The things that are flexible, like that change maybe constantly, like electric bill, your groceries, your gas, things that might change. I mean, sometimes, you know, they don't, but I always, you know, round up to the nearest 5 or 10 just to give myself a little wiggle room. You add all of that up. That number right there is the number that always has to be in your bank account. Okay? And then I also write down my extras. So my extras are like Hulu, Netflix, do you have a gym membership, Amazon, do you pay for that monthly, do you pay for that yearly? You have to factor that in. You know, little things like $12.99 here and there, you might not necessarily think is a big deal, but it adds up when you're talking, you know, a couple $100s a year if you are having, you know, a tight budget. So make sure you are not skipping out on anything. You aren't forgetting anything. If you, you know, can go off based off of your memory, great. Otherwise, check your bank statement. What is coming out? Do you have recurring fees and things like that? Then the things that are kind of fluctuating every single month, like your electric bill, your gas, your groceries, things like that, I put a little asterisk near. The things that have an asterisk near, I think to myself, how can I decrease that? How can I get that to the most minimum possible? I pride myself on having a really low electric bill. Now, obviously, everything's relative. Like, the number doesn't matter what I pay versus what, you know, Joe Smith pays over there, because family size, house size, there's so many different things that are factored into the actual number, but decreasing it is a possibility for everyone, okay? I will definitely make separate videos if you guys are interested in seeing all of my frugal ways and how I save every penny that I can. I will touch on that a little bit in this video, but I can definitely go in depth and make dedicated videos in the future on different things. So you've written out all of your expenses, all of your non-negotiables, you've written out your extras, you've put in asterisks near the things that fluctuate that you can try to work to get down. You are checking your bank balance. Another thing you want to make sure of is knowing when certain bills are getting paid. You know, like your rent and your mortgage and all that, you know, paying on the 1st or taking out of your account on the 1st. For me, my phone bill or my internet bill, they're all taken out on different days depending on like when you've set that up. So just making sure you know when every single bill is due or being drawn out of your account is very important as well. Another thing I suggest is making those automatic payments. Setting up automatic payments so that it's just a mindless thing. You know they're getting paid on time. You don't have to worry about, you know, snail mail taking 2 weeks to get your check there and then you have a late fee. That way you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about, you know, did I pay this bill? What, you know, all of those things. It just comes out mindlessly. So that has been a huge help for me, setting up automatic payment. Once I had all of my bills listed out, everything that was coming out every single month, I looked to see where I could cut things. Cable was the first thing that I cut. Now, honestly, this took me a really long time to do. I was not willing to get rid of cable for the longest time. I felt like it was a necessity. It was my treat. It was my thing. I really loved watching the Today Show every morning or whatever it was, like your thing. And I understand there are going to be things in every person's budget that they're not willing to cut, or it's going to be really hard for them to cut. You don't want to feel like you're, you know, missing out on some luxury things. But if you're on a tight budget, it's going to be important for you to make cuts. So first thing to go for me was cable. $100 every single month out the window. It is a luxury and it's something that I can live without because they have so many streaming services nowadays that I could do instead. I cut my cable, which saved $100 a month. And then I was so reluctant to cut that cable that I ended up signing up for Hulu live TV, and I can't remember if like the first month is free, and then I ended up keeping that for a little while. So that was an extra at the time I think it was an extra $45 a month. That has gone up. I think it's gone up to like 65 or so. I don't even know what it is. You know, things got really tight and I was like, you know what, let's get rid of that. I really only watch like one show here and there anyway. Is it worth, you know, $45 a month when we are living, you know, I can put that $45 a month to like my car insurance, things like that, or groceries. So I ended up cutting Hulu live TV and just going down to the basic Hulu, and then, you know, Netflix and all of that. I just don't pay for any of the extras. So you can definitely cut down in places like cable. Cable is one of the #1 things. Also, make sure you're shopping around if you have car insurance. When's the last time that you checked for a lower rate? Are you getting the lowest rate possible? Also, another thing that I really did was cut out takeout. In the beginning, I mean, I really cut it out. Hardly any coffees out. All of those drive-through, you know, $4 here, $4 there. You guys, those add up and those are they take up such a big chunk of your money. And I know, like, coffee out is I love getting myself a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts coffee or something. It feels like a fun treat. It feels like I'm living my life. I don't know, there's something about just holding an iced coffee or like going through that drive-through that makes me happy. But you guys, you can definitely cut that out and save yourself money. Okay, put that money towards something else that is going to be a necessity. Putting food on the table, your children are growing like weeds and getting them clothes and things like that is definitely way more important than your $4 coffee every single day. But again, if that's your non-negotiable, okay, then maybe find something else in your budget that you can cut instead. We never went out to eat. It's just I would think of all that money that I would spend on a meal and think about, okay, that would be a half a week's worth of groceries for Sydney and I. So it just didn't make sense, and that is where I cut it out. Now, here's another thing that I love doing, you guys. You can there are so many different apps and like cashback apps and points earning apps that you can redeem your cash for gift cards, say to go out to eat. One of the last times we went out to eat before the pandemic was to Applebee's, and I have the Drop app, and I had enough points to get myself a $25 Applebee's gift card. Boom, we went out to eat, you know, knowing that I had a $25 gift card. So that is something that I really like to do as well. I'm still living my life and I'm still having fun and enjoying, you know, scenery and out. But $25 was already paid for just by using an app to get cash back on. So that's something that I really like to do. And also you can get like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts gift cards and things. That is something that I love to do. My favorite apps, okay, so I wrote down these. My favorite apps are the Drop app. Love it. You earn points by shopping online or in stores and things like that. That you can redeem for gift cards. Rakuten it used to be Ebates, and it's like the longest running app that I've had to get cash back on, whether you're shopping online or they have so many different stores to get cash back on, and it's constantly fluctuating too. I bought it as another app that I use all the time. Little cash wins add up here and there, even if you're only making, you know, 10 cents back, 25 cents back. Every single penny counts and adds up, you guys. And then also with Rakuten, you I can't even remember what it is right now. I can't remember if it's still 25. Every person who signs up through your link and then redeems their first offer or something, you'll get $25 per every person you refer to. So every time someone, you know, uses my link to sign up for it, they might get $25, and then I'll get $25 as well. It's like a win-win here and there. So I have a link in my bio in case you guys wanted to sign up for that if you have been living under a rock and don't have that. It's just little wins here and there that add up, like I said, and then you can go get that coffee out and not feel guilty about it. And a lot of times too, I'll check one app to see what their rate cash back is, and then I'll check the other app and I'll go with the one that's more. I'm like that intense about it. And also your Target, if you're shopping at Target, make sure you have the Circle app, and you can scan every single item to see if there's a coupon in your Circle app for. You can also price match at different places, check the store's policy. Target price matches with their online store, and it's so many times things are cheaper online than they are in the store. So I'll be scanning a book and it's like $5 cheaper online. They'll instantly price match that for you so you get the lowest price possible, as well as, you know, like I just mentioned the other day, I went to get an SD card at Best Buy, and Best Buy price matches with Amazon. So I got the cheapest, the lowest price possible there. You guys, every penny counts. It's called frugal living. Save where you can so you can spend where you want to. I'm the definition of frugal. You know, I'll save every possible penny I can, but then I'll splurge on the things that I want to splurge on, say like my hair extensions or a Disney vacation or something like that. Like I save everywhere I can so that I can stretch my budget and have that extra money for the fun, you know, the fun things in life or whatever, my savings account. If you are like me, you love shopping, you love the thrill of finding something new. I love shopping, okay? But shopping equals spending money. So if you can change your shopping habits, it will save you in the long run. A huge tip of mine is to stop impulse buying. No more impulse buying, and that is something that I really had to work on. Impulse buying for me just led to feeling guilty, and it wasn't a good feeling. It didn't make me feel happy. It just made me feel really guilty for spending my hard-earned money, or, you know, spending money on whatever, clothes or whatever the impulse purchase was. So I really had to stop impulse buying. Speaking of impulse buying, cake pops, yum. So yeah, if you stop impulse buying and really think before you purchase, do you still want that said item after 1 week of waiting for it? Do you still want it? Is it still necessary, important to you? I sometimes will put things in my cart and wait months. And wait months. You can watch the price, see how it fluctuates. Does it go up and down? Oftentimes if you put something in your cart online and leave it there, oftentimes you'll get a coupon right in your inbox saying, hey, if you check out now, you can save 15%. That happens all the time. Also, if you are an avid shopper like I am, you probably know stores have sales all the time. I pretty much only buy things when they're 50% off, because I know stores every 3 or 4 months or however, you know, during Black Friday or certain spring sales when they're trying to get rid of things, they always go on sale 40, 50% off at certain stores. So watch sales, watch prices of things, never buy full price unless you know that store or it's like a necessity that you need right this moment. Like Old Navy if you're buying clothes for your family or things like that. Like there's constantly sales going on. So I rarely ever buy full price items, ever. And that's just frugal living 101. Your groceries, start meal planning. That is gonna save you so much money. I tend to splurge on my groceries when I want to, but when I am feeling like a tight budget, 100% meal plan. Order online if you can. If your grocery store has like, we'll say like Walmart grocery order, it's free to do, or my grocery order, oh, is it free? I don't know, there might be like a $5 service fee. But like my grocery store has ordering online and picking up. You can seriously save yourself some money because you're seeing what you're buying. You're not going to the store, you know, tempted by every treat, going there hungry and just throwing things in the cart. You're thinking and planning what ingredients you need for your meals. And then also you can go in the fridge to see, okay, so I have these ingredients. What meal can I make out of this? Do I just need one more ingredient? Like I have all these peppers and I have an onion, you know, I've got chicken in the freezer. All I need to buy is tortillas and then I have fajitas for dinner or something like that. So meal plan and really think about what you have already in your pantry is gonna save you so much money. Things like Instacart, I know people rave about them and it can save you money, but they jack up the prices of groceries. And honestly, you're spending $20, $30 more every single time because you have the fees, the jacked up grocery prices, and you know, the tips and all of that. If you're someone who seriously can't stick to a budget when you go grocery shopping, maybe that's good for you, and it's definitely convenient and it's something that I love to do here and there. But just be mindful of the price increases of their groceries. They really do jack up those grocery prices. So just weigh your options here and there when it comes to things like that. You guys, I have so many more tips, but I'm gonna cut this video here because I could blab for hours about every single thing. So I will definitely dive into other aspects of what I kind of glazed over in today's video, but I hope this basic 101 budgeting, single mom, like frugal living, what am I saying? I'm just talking, blabbing here and there. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comments down below what else you want to see from me. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.